Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first ever episode of Chasing Cases with Maddie. This is my true crime series. Yes, I'm so excited for it. We are going to be covering all cases with large media attention, with small media attention. I want to really dive into the details of what most people don't cover, like the widespread media, the smaller content creators. Like, I just want to spread the information that needs to be out there. So without further ado, let's go chase some cases. So the first case we are covering is the disappearance of Amy Lynn Bradley. I wanted to just reference this, her birthday and her missing date. Yes, she has been missing for 27 years now without a trace. So there are many details that are disturbing and all of that, so we will get into all of those details, the nitty-gritties. So yes, let's get into it. This all starts with Ron, who is Amy's dad, winning a trip at work to go on a cruise, and it becomes a family trip. It's Ron, Eva, Amy, and Brad, the son. So it's the four of them going cruising on Rhapsody of the Seas, and they decide to just make it a good time. They're going to cruise around the Caribbean islands. They're going to like Aruba and Curacao and all of that, and Barbados too. But now let's get into the details of on the cruise ship. The night of March 23rd, the family was out partying, having drinks, a good time, all of that. Ron and Eva went back to the suites before the kids went back. So Amy and Brad stayed at the club partying, dancing, and all of that. That's where we get so many pictures of Amy with yellow. I will insert that here. And we do not get a key card log until Brad comes back to the room at 3:40 a.m. That is when his key card is used, and the ship's log tracks that. And then at 3:45 a.m., Amy comes back and her key card is also tracked in the ship's key lock systems. After they arrived back at the room, Amy and Brad went out for a smoke on the balcony just to catch some fresh air. Everyone who's had a wild night of partying knows how that is, that you have to just kind of clear your head before you can go to bed, or else you're going to get the spins and you're going to get sick. Eventually, Brad went back inside and Amy sat out on the balcony. They said their goodbyes, their goodnights, whatever. And Amy laid out on the balcony and just stayed to herself, trying to calm down and all that. So at 5:30 a.m., Ron wakes up and spots Amy's legs in the lounge chair on the balcony still, and she's sleeping on the chair. So that is 5:30 a.m. By 6 a.m., Ron wakes up again and notices that the balcony door is closed, Amy's legs are not there, her shirt is now on the back of a chair, and she has a pair of shoes that are there, Birkenstock style sandals, and she is gone. No trace of her. She took her cigarettes and her lighter, and there's no trace of her. Now, the shoes don't really bother me much because her family has stated that they don't know how many pairs of shoes that Amy packed for this trip, because she's a 23-year-old woman. She's not going to pack just one or two pairs of shoes. She's going to bring like a few to change in, like to party and to walk around and all that. She's not going to be wearing the same shoes all the time. So now I want to get into the Bradleys, how they handled her disappearance. So after 6 a.m., Amy was gone, and her parents were confirmed that this is not like her, this is not her behavior. She was not often leaving without leaving a note or waking one of them and saying, hey, I'm going here, I'll be back. That was just not like her. She was a very responsible person. The Bradleys told the captain and told the crew that their daughter was missing. They reported her missing. Now, here we get into the captain and crew's failures. The captain decided to not announce Amy's disappearance until 7:50 a.m. She was reported missing at, I want to say 6:50, so they waited a complete hour to announce. They let the gangways down, they deboarded passengers. Like, there was so much movement before searches could be done, before announcements could be made. Nobody knew there was a missing girl besides the captain and the crew. And when Brad was waiting to see if he could get some information or anything, Yellow approaches him and says, I'm sorry to hear about your sister. That was before the announcement was made by the captain. Keep that in mind. Another failure of the cruise ship was that they let the crew search their own quarters. They were allowed to search their own rooms. After they searched, they were given the all clear, and nobody had to report if there was any foul play or anything, any wrongdoings, nothing. Because do you think you're going to self-report if something happened or whatnot? No, that's just not how people react. They let everyone off the ship. I've already mentioned that. They let them off the port before Amy was even announced missing. So the captain made several statements about how life goes on and cruises go on, that a missing girl is not enough to stop one cruise. And now I take that to heart, because could you imagine being told that your 23-year-old child is not important enough to ruin all these people's vacations? Mind you, if she was hurt somewhere or trapped or something, they could have searched the ship, given the all clear, and we could have searched other avenues. Like if she fell off the ship or if something happened, we don't know, because she could have been passed out somewhere. They just didn't care. There have been multiple sightings of Amy after all of this has happened. People have seen her in bathrooms. There was one incident where Amy was dragged into a bathroom and two men were waiting outside, and she had a certain amount of time to get ready and all that. This is a Amy sighting. It's not confirmed, but it's enough recognition, like her nose, ears, same, eyes, hair. She had the same tattoo on her shoulder that was a Tasmanian devil spinning a basketball. That has been described in multiple sightings of Amy, or this supposed Amy. And so that is what makes me believe that Amy is still out there somewhere. Okay, so now that that's laid out, the disappearance and all the failures of the cruise ship, we will now be getting into some theories. There has been a specific Barbados IP address that has been accessing the Find Amy Lynn Bradley site for prolonged periods on anniversaries, birthdays, and special holidays and stuff like that, like Christmas, stuff like that. And it's specifically traced back to Barbados, and it is 45 minutes of visit and multiple visits date those days, holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, all of that. So that is very strange as well. I want to bring up Brad's tweets and show you guys some of them right here. He makes some good statements about how Amy was spotted with two people that were dressed similarly. They were wearing specific shirts and outfits, very much uniform type wear. And they were talking to Amy, and he is thinking that maybe they invited her to their ship. Sorry guys, I got a call in the middle of filming. That is bound to happen sometimes, filming longer content. With Brad's tweets, it's making it seem that Amy got up at 6 a.m. and went on the other ship with the two members of Scientology. And that is highlighted in his tweets. And he had some more speculation. I'm going to put that up right here, and we can kind of look through it and make some opinions and all of that. Mind you, we should not base speculation and theories and all of that. We should not use that as facts and evidence, because that derails cases all of the time. All of the time. It's ridiculous. But everyone is highlighting the Scientology link and saying that that is a major plot point to trafficking. Now, I know nothing. I'm just a girl. Just saying that. But also, Brad's tweets highlight plans for after the trip, and that Amy had a boyfriend. In the documentary on Netflix, there's a previous girlfriend and a little fling and all that. She had plans to come back. She had just gotten a job. She had gotten an apartment, just got a dog. She was moving forward in her life. She wasn't suicidal. Now, mind you, I understand that there are things that can happen, because yes, we all struggle with things that we don't talk about. But I highly believe that she wouldn't jump. So if she's in that water, it's because she fell or got pushed. Because the room dividers on the balconies, they also move. They're movable. So people can travel through the balconies. There's also that theory, because Amy was asleep on the balcony and then never seen again. But I believe that she went into the room because her cigarettes were gone and her t-shirt was over the chair, meaning that she went through the sliding glass door through the cabin door. So, but yes, Amy also had love letters with Kat, her girlfriend, and previous girlfriend. I'm not too sure if they were dating at the moment or if they were kind of just like rekindling their old flame, whatever. And so with that, I will share the missing poster of Amy. There's an age progressed photo because there's no more information. She is missing still 27 years later, and she has never been heard from again. And many people have speculations and theories and all of that, but for now, all we can do is wait and hope that she's found, hopefully safe and alive. But at this point, it's been 27 years, so she's gonna be a completely different person if she's still alive out there. So with that, all my love goes out to Amy and out to the Bradleys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my first episode of Chasing Cases with Maddie, and I hope to see you guys soon, maybe in like 2 weeks or so. So I love you. See you soon.